Jerash is a modern Jordanian city located 30 miles north of the capital of Amman. The modern city has grown up around ancient Greco-Roman ruins. In biblical times, it was known as Gerasa. Jesus did travel to this region. However, scholars aren't sure if it was Jerash, but everyone kind of agrees it was close enough. At first, Jesus was only ministering to the Jews. At one point, a Canaanite woman went to him asking to help her demon-possessed child. Jesus said no because she was not a lost sheep of Israel. She begged him. He replied, "It is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs." The woman replied, "Even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." And this convinced Jesus to start ministering and healing the Gentiles. This site is thought to be where Jesus healed a demon-possessed man. You know, the one where the legion of demons transferred to a herd of swine and then they drowned themselves in the river. Yeah, that was happening in about this area. Visitors enter through Hadrian's Arch, which was built in 129 AD in honor of the emperor's visit. The structure has been destroyed, and what we see today is the work of archaeologists after reconstruction. There are 3 entrances with barrel vaults. There are 4 large columns standing on pedestals topped with Corinthian capitals, a fancy way of saying they have big leafy tops. This site has been occupied for over 6,500 years, dating all the way back to Neolithic times. The longevity of inhabitants is due to the area being very fertile and it has year-round access to water. It is surrounded by olive trees, plum trees, fig trees, wheat, eucalyptus, various shrub trees, and cedar trees. Jerash was central to trade between Damascus and Petra. It was the nexus of trade routes running north and west towards the Mediterranean ports in what are now present-day Lebanon and Israel. Scholars aren't sure who gets the credit for founding the city. Some say it was Alexander the Great, others say it was Ptolemy II. No matter, it is still a Hellenistic city that was founded around 330 BCE. My understanding is that it was conquered by the Hebrews in 80 BCE, which lasted a few decades. Then the Romans did what the Romans did best. They took something Greek and they claimed it as their own by conquering it in 63 BCE. Now, Pompey added it to his Decapolis League, or, the League of 10 cities. And under the Romans, the city experienced its golden age. And during its prime, it had 20,000 inhabitants. One of the highlights of this site is the Hippodrome. In its day, it could seat 15,000 spectators. Hadrian's plan for Jerash was to expand the city in the south. And it sounds like there was a necropolis there and they were just gonna kind of clear it, build on top of it. So after his visit, they started building the Hippodrome and it was completed in 212 AD. It's relatively small compared to the other hippodromes that have been discovered, but what is really exciting is that you can see the ruts created by the chariot wheels, because this is where they would have races and things like that. Another one of Hadrian's ideas was the Oval Plaza. The goal was to connect the Temple of Zeus to the city's north-south avenue, or the Cardo Maximus. Around the plaza is a sidewalk and an Ionic colonnade. Ionic just means that the capitals have the rolled scroll design up top. My favorite is the Nymphaeum, which is fed by an aqueduct. As the city grew, it needed more water, so a water supply system was established in 125 AD. The monumental fountain was dedicated to the nymphs in 191 AD. Water poured from the mouths of lion heads into a large basin the width of the structure. The water was constantly flowing. So if the basin overfilled, it was collected by the sewage systems in the streets. Today, Jerash is one of the best preserved Greco-Roman cities. It is a large site with plazas, colonnaded streets, sanctuaries to both Artemis and Zeus, 2 theaters, public bathhouses, and a plethora of churches.